The art of fragrance combining is something very enticing for me. I love the idea of layering different scents to create a bespoke fragrance that you can call your own. So that's why that inspired me to come up with this story. It's all about John's point of view, my point of view, our combination of our memories to create something that's uniquely us. So I thought about the idea based on this inspiration, the art of fragrance combining.
We decided to sit down almost like we were at a conference table, and we just put our phone in the middle, pressed record, and interviewed each other, reminisced on the past, and just explained every different sense that we felt at that time. We went over the sounds, the sights, the smells, the touch, just every feeling so that we could really expound on the idea.
To put it bluntly, Jen is a perfectionist. Every single thing, she'll kacau one. So I'm like, the thing is like, it's, a lot of people may see it as like it's a bad thing, but I think I see it in a good way. Yes, she can be very anal when it comes to the littlest detail, and it sometimes even pisses me off because no one is gonna notice it, but it's because of that need, of that necessity to fix that little detail, which that makes the video so good.
We get each other because I understand that when Jen is stressed, I understand why she is, and I feel like I can kind of answer her or reassure her the way that I would want to be reassured. So I'll just say, it's okay, don't worry, we got this.
Fella Design was a place where I knew we could get 3 different scenes. Number 1 was the interview scene. If you've seen the background, we can put our beautiful Jo Malone products. Also, we could shoot John's scene.
We needed something boyish. We needed something like how a musician boy would have. And so it's usually musician boys, we thought like something dark furnitures.
And also, you had this very girly, very fresh-looking place as well. It looks a bit atas as well. That fits the brand, fits the vision beautifully. So
Nicole from Fella Design nitpick each furniture and make the sets work. She did an amazing job, and I really love what she did.
got Nicole in the house, and she is the art director. Whoa, whoa! The hair is so arts already. There's one scene where we had to exit the frame, and it was supposed to emulate like we're going out the door, but actually we were actually exiting this exit door, and I think we're gonna show an insert right now. You can see I am literally, there's no door there, there's just an exit there.
We had about 8 to 11 very talented individuals, and the thing is, what I like about it is that everybody knew it was a small shoot. Everybody knew that we need to help each other out. Everybody knew that sometimes you need to do stuff that is not in your job scope.
Part of my job was actually recreating a scene, like bringing everyone back to 2014. I had to stalk the both of them from way back before they even met.
I saw Dana with a Polaroid printer, and she was flicking through my Facebook trying to find these old pictures of me, and she printed out a few already. And I was like, whoa, I used to look like that?
John, who is this?
No one knows who it is. You don't realize that's Jen, right? You do not. But it's actually Jen. Don't worry, it's actually Jen.
And as for Jen, I really wanted to capture the essence that she was happy being single. And I wanted to kind of show that she had cancelled a guy out of her life and really accepted the fact that it's okay, I'm alone. So I had to dig for an old photo of her with a guy that she was never even with. You know who you are. But I actually had to print out a Polaroid, I burnt it, and I stuck it on the mirror just to hold that significance to the whole story.
I used to have a very sexy chin strap. I thought it would give me the illusion of having a nice jawline. I've been growing out my facial hair for about 1 or 2 weeks to plan for this day. How do I look? Jeremy said, please replicate it. Grow out your beard, and the day before the shoot I want you to shave back that chin strap, just so we can really replicate the past.
I shot Cheek Pop at Happy Fun Park. I knew that the place would have been perfect for this video, and it was.
The place is lit up very beautifully. The lights are so colorful, and because of that we get very nice bokeh, or how Americans pronounce it, bokeh. Bokeh is when you out of focus your lens and then you see the blur blur in the background, that's bokeh. A lot of people may not notice, but there's this one scene where we played around with the bokeh, and it was a scene where John sees Jen for the first time. So what we did was, Daniel, my Camry operator, and I, we carved out this thing to put over the lens, and it makes the bokeh shape into a heart. It's very, very subtle, but the reason why I want to put it in there is because it's just to show that John is falling in love with Jen.
We only had 4 hours to shoot everything at the fun fair, which was practically majority of the video. That's insane. And we only had that one day to get it right. So you can imagine how stressed out everybody was. But you know, I had to play it cool. I'm the most stressed person on set, but I'm just like, it's okay, we got this.
I think overall, the entire fun fair, the Ferris wheel was the hardest. It's very hard to light it because the Ferris wheel is only maybe about 4 feet by 4 feet, which can only fit maybe 4 to 5 people. And Jen and John is already 2, so we're only allowed to put 2 other people there. That means we got no place for light.
It was Justin and Han, they taped the expensive lights on the Ferris wheel, the beam. And I was like, gaffer tape boleh? And they was like, yeah, can, never mind, for you, Jen. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I have not enough money to pay you. What if your light falls down, you know? So a lot of things just went through my mind, like what if like halfway through I'm acting and suddenly the thing just dropped my head and then I die, you know? So a lot of things went through my brain, and but it didn't happen. It was just so perfect. They were right, the gaffer tape and the clamp, it worked. I'm not afraid of heights, but when we're at the Ferris wheel, for some reason this Ferris wheel, very fast one, okay? And then when it stops, it doesn't like stop gradually. It just stops. And the cart just kind of swings. Each time that happens, I'm like, oh my gosh! And then Jeremy had to go, Jen, you need to look like you're not scared.
Thank you, Navina Michelle!
水水的。
Thank you so much for being in this shoot! Thanks for having me! Thank you so much, Jo, for being part of this shoot!
My pleasure.
The song was not part of the brief. We just needed to create a video to talk about combining our stories.
Jeremy thought it would be a great idea if Jen and I could write a song.
Yes, let's do it. Because this year is all about writing music and going back to my roots, which is music. And so when he said that, I was like, I took up the challenge. And you know what? I was at the office by myself. In less than 1 hour, I wrote the lyrics, the melody. It was so easy to write the song because I'm writing it based on how I felt then. So it was just so seamless. And then I remember that night itself, I told John, baby, I'm sorry, but can we reproduce this? And he was like, let's go. 2 a.m. we were recording. Again, very pitchy. And I'm sure a lot of people might know this already, that John and I, when we first met, we were both already musicians. We love music, and that was how we got together. It was through music.
Overall for this shoot, I feel like everything went to plan, and it was one of the most efficient shoots I've ever been a part of, where everyone on the shoot days was completely on point to what they had to do.
When I'm working, and I will switch that brain on. So I wasn't thinking about, wow, remember this, the memory? I wasn't really like thinking about the past. I was just focusing on the job at hand. But once we were done, after the 3 hour and 40 minutes of shoot, the last 20 minutes, when I was with John, I knew that we have gotten all the shot we needed. We held hands. This is the last bit of the video, the gimbal shot. I was like, oh my goodness. This was how it felt like then. And I had this memory of, this surge of memory just gushing through my brains, and I was like, baby, I love you.
Director's got something very important to say!
It's a wrap!